Britain's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, is speaking outside her new home on Downing Street in London. Let's listen in.
History will see him as a hugely consequential Prime Minister. I'm honoured to take on this responsibility at a vital time for our country. What makes the United Kingdom great is our fundamental belief in freedom, in enterprise, and in fair play. Our people have shown grit, courage and determination time and time again. We now face severe global headwinds caused by Russia's appalling war in Ukraine and the aftermath of COVID. Now is the time to tackle the issues that are holding Britain back. We need to build roads, homes and broadband faster. We need more investment and great jobs in every town and city across our country. We need to reduce the burden on families and help people get on in life. I know that we have what it takes to tackle those challenges. Of course, it won't be easy, but we can do it. We will transform Britain into an aspiration nation with high-paying jobs, safe streets, and where everyone, everywhere, has the opportunities they deserve. I will take action this day and action every day to make it happen. United with our allies, we will stand up for freedom and democracy around the world, recognising that we can't have security at home without having security abroad. As Prime Minister, I will pursue three early priorities. Firstly, I will get Britain working again. I have a bold plan to grow the economy through tax cuts and reform. I will cut taxes to reward hard work and boost business-led growth and investment. I will drive reform in my mission to get the United Kingdom working, building and growing. We'll get spades in the ground to make sure people are not facing unaffordable energy bills, and we will also make sure that we are building hospitals, schools, roads and broadband. Secondly, I will deal hands-on with the energy crisis caused by Putin's war. I will take action this week to deal with energy bills and to secure our future energy supply. Thirdly, I will make sure that people can get doctor's appointments and the NHS services they need. We will put our health service on a firm footing. By delivering on the economy, on energy and on the NHS, we will put our nation on the path to long-term success. We shouldn't be daunted by the challenges we face. As strong as the storm may be, I know that the British people are stronger. Our country was built by people who get things done. We have huge reserves of talent, of energy and determination. I am confident that together we can ride out the storm, we can rebuild our economy, and we can become the modern, brilliant Britain that I know we can be. This is our vital mission to ensure opportunity and prosperity for all people and future generations. I am determined to deliver. Thank you.
We just heard the new British Prime Minister, Liz Truss, speaking outside of 10 Downing Street, her new home. She focused her first remarks as Prime Minister on the economy, energy costs, and the national health system. For more on all this, let's bring in global business consultant and British commentator Hilary Fordwich. Hilary, welcome. Great to have you with us. So we just heard the new British Prime Minister outline sort of her three priorities as she gets on the new job. But what expectations and challenges does she really face now that she's in office?
Well, pleasure to be back again with you. And actually, I mean, it's a ghastly situation, not just in Great Britain, but across the world. Who would actually want this job? She mentioned, of course, energy prices. Well, energy has gone through the roof, and there's a purported package of over 100 billion that they're talking about actually using to subsidize the British public. The National Health Service, which actually did do very well with the greatest number of shots, they call them jabs, in England and the UK, shots after COVID, the vaccine. That was a great rollout, but the National Health Service is understaffed. And then, of course, the economy in general. Brexit Britain has suffered greatly. She was a brilliant trade secretary who actually closed 72 trade deals. But nevertheless, the price of energy has affected the overall economy, and she has a daunting task ahead of her. Very daunting indeed.
So let me ask you a bit more about that. You touched on this, that these reports that Truss plans to address the energy crisis by capping energy bills at a cost to taxpayers of as much as $116 billion. Now, we expect to learn more about the plan on Thursday, but do you believe capping costs is realistic? And how will this affect citizens who are already struggling?
Well, of course, everybody's really struggling over there who is on the sort of the breadline. And the contention is those that say, do we want to burden our children and grandchildren with the ramifications of such a bailout? And then there are others who say, look, the Second World War, it was only in 1986 that the UK finally paid back the US in terms of all the loans that were given for the Second World War. So it's a crisis. It's a war against energy. It depends which side of the aisle you're on. Some people want bailouts. Some people want those subsidies, and others say let everybody suffer. It just depends which side of the aisle you're on. But people are going to suffer regardless. It's a question of how much and how deep will this go.
And Hilary, in terms of leadership, though, is Truss the sort of leader that the UK needs right now after Boris Johnson? I mean, we know he was a polarizing figure. Does she have the ability to bring people together a bit more?
Well, actually, I think so. She's been criticized for being rather wooden and for not being a great orator. Well, I would say a couple of things on that. I think she sounded rather good in the speech she just gave, but of course, that's a subjective opinion. A few things here. With the US and the UK, the pendulum usually swings. Look, after Jimmy Carter, who do we want? We wanted anybody who could just get things done. After Nixon, what do we want? We just wanted somebody who was totally honest, and we got Jimmy Carter. The pendulum tends to swing, doesn't it? I mean, after Donald Trump, what everybody wanted was somebody who was, quieter and wouldn't tweet. We got Biden. People vote for the opposite and the pendulum swings. So after Boris Johnson, what does the British public want? Well, the British public didn't get to vote. The only people that got to vote were those in the Conservative Party and those members. And that was a less than 1% of the British public. The question will be in the next election in 24, what do people want? I think, or at least the general opinion seems to be that she's a no-nonsense lady. She's even said that, as a lady from Yorkshire, she doesn't mince her words. She is a strong leader. I mentioned those 72 trade deals that she did deliver. And she said in her speech right then, she is a lady who gets things done. She's going to deliver and deliver and deliver. So at this crisis time, I think she is going to be a good politician, mainly because she will do something. She won't dither. She'll deliver.
Wow. Hilary Fordwich, as you point out, she is facing some daunting challenges. Hilary, thanks so much for sharing your insight with us. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.